Okay. Hello everyone, very good evening. I welcome you all at India's most comprehensive preparation platform for all competitive exams, that is BYJU'S exam prep. So guys, आज के सेशन में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. एक्चुअल में डिस्कशन में क्या बोलूंगा, मैं आपसे ये बोल रहा हूँ कि जब हम मशीन लर्निंग के बारे में सुनते हैं तो हमको बहुत सारी चीजें सुनाई देती है मार्केट में कि ये है वो है, ठीक है. लेकिन जब हम गेट के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से मशीन लर्निंग को देखते हैं, देन व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट थिंग्स जिनके ऊपर हमको फोकस करने की जरूरत है. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन, दैट हाउ डू वी प्रिपेयर द मशीन लर्निंग from the gate point of view. What are the things on which we need to focus and what other things needs to be taken care of. So this brief introduction of myself. My name is Vishal Rawatiya. I have 10 plus years of teaching experience. Following are the achievements and areas of expertise. This is my Telegram group. If you guys have any doubt related to gate preparation of computer science branch or DA paper, then you can eventually ask me on this particular group. Okay, so these are some general announcement. BYJU'S exam prep is going to conduct a national scholarship test on 24th of September. Timing will be from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Do participate in this test and you may avail up to 90% off on all the programs being offered by BYJU'S exam prep. Now, apart from that, Richa ma'am is going to conduct a workshop on 27th of September, that how should you utilize the last 120 days to ace your gate exam. So this is an absolutely free workshop. You just need to register for the workshop and you will be able to participate in that. Similarly, you can appear for the scholarship test by registering on the application. Now, on the application, you can also participate in the quizzes on which in those quizzes you will eventually get the live leadership board, that what is your rank in that particular quiz. Okay, so let's start with the machine learning concept. So not too much. What is machine learning? You all know. See, please try to understand. The definition may be very clumsy. I can also draw 10 different diagrams that okay, this is your AI. I can do that, but I don't want to waste your time. The main focus is that how should we prepare for machine learning. So this may be AI, then I can say the machine learning is subset of that, then I can say data science is basically the some certain things are common between data science, machine learning and AI. So all that stuff is just for the theoretical purpose. Sir, when will you start the GATE DA exam course? Alekhya, from 23rd of September I am going to start the classes for machine learning on YouTube. We'll let you know about the paid course if there is any, right? So that's a separate aspect. Please try to understand that this is a different thing. And you all know, you all are familiar with the AI applications. You all are using all those applications in your daily routine. Please, I mean, those are just the part of your life, because the AI, now you cannot avoid the AI in the today's scenario. So if you see that, let's see, when we send the emails, then many of your emails will be in the spam folder. So just the classification, that classification is done by the machine learning algorithms by analyzing certain factors. If you see the self-driven cars, then those are AI based cars. They eventually uses the concept of machine learning. The self-driven car will learn that what decision should be taken in a particular situation. So let's see at how much distance the car should start applying the brakes so that there will be no collision. All those things will be learned using the concept of machine learning. You in your daily routine, you will eventually say the bots, chatting bots. Whenever you open an application, the chatbot will eventually try to communicate with you, right? So all those things are present in the today's scenario, right? And spam is a very old technique, so you cannot say that machine learning is a new field. I believe that since when I'm using the email, the spam folder is there, right? So classifications algorithm were already there. Now they are becoming more and more intelligent, nothing more, right? So what is machine learning? Basically, machine learning is nothing but the branch of artificial intelligence and computer science, both. If you separate artificial intelligence and computer science as two different branches, then machine learning is part of those two things, because artificial intelligence only focuses on one thing, that how a machine can behave like a human, right? But who is teaching that particular machine to behave like a human? For that purpose, machine learning will be used. When we say why computer science is the part of, why machine learning is the part of computer science, then because machine learning will eventually uses the algorithms and data, right? So we'll train the algorithms to learn by visualizing or by analyzing that particular data. Clear? So that's one thing. So this is a branch of AI and computer science which focuses on the use of data and algorithms. So the focus will be on the use of data and algorithm, and we will teach the algorithms to learn from that particular set of data. So use of data and algorithm to imitate the way human learns. So basically your algorithms will learn and will take the decisions. So what is the overall objective of machine learning? So machine learning will eventually be able to, by using the concept of machine learning, algorithms will be able to learn and produce an output so that they will be able to take a decision, right? And based on this, based on those decisions, they will again learn that whether the decision went right or the decision went wrong. Based on that, they will again take the feedback of that output and they will learn further. So they will keep improving, right, by the on the basis of output. Okay, so that's one thing, that what is machine learning. But what is more important, sir, before we start learning, what should be known to us? That's the first idea. So okay, anyway, somebody tells someday somebody tells me that I want to start learning the course of machine learning. So what is the prerequisite for that? So let me tell you what is the 5 things which should be known to a student before he or she starts learning the course of machine learning. So one thing is statistics. Why? Because there will be a very big set of data, and to play with the big set of data, you must have the knowledge of statistics. So what is required in the statistics? Mode, mean, standard deviation. That statistics and the concept of standard deviation will let you decide that what are the outliers in that particular data set. All those things will be available in the statistics. Then probability. So decision. So please try to understand. A decision has to be taken whether something should be done or not done. So that will be verified based on the probability. If this is the set of data, then what is the probability of an event to occur? If the probability of an event to occur is higher than the probability of an event to not occur, then eventually the decision will be taken based on that particular information. Now, linear algebra is also very important. Please try to understand that there will be some independent variable, there will be some dependent variable. So on the independent variable, your dependent variable will depend, and there may be multiple independent variables on which your dependent variable will take the value, right? So if there is only one variable, then things will be simple, that it will be a straight line kind of scenario. But if there are multiple fields in the set of independent variables, then you will have to use the concept of matrices, right? So it will define the vectors, it will define the notations, it will also define the linear transformation. All those things must be known. Then calculus. Sir, why calculus is needed? See, please try to understand. The objective of the machine learning algorithms to teach that the error should be minimized. Now, in order to minimize that particular error, the importance will be of calculus. I don't know whether you guys understand or not, that when we divide or when we perform the differentiation of a particular function and we equate it to 0, then it can do two things. Either it can maximize something or it can minimize something. So based on that particular concept, we will try to minimize the error. Therefore, the concept of calculus must be known, integration should be known, differentiation should be known, right? The concept of maxima, minima, all those things, all that knowledge must be available. Finally, the programming language. Sir, what is the need of programming language? So please try to understand. Programming languages are used when you try to implement the concept of machine learning. Getting the idea that how good is your algorithm is behaving. To get that information, you will use some programming languages. You will run your algorithm, that is the algorithm which is eventually learning. You will run that algorithm using that programming language, and you will see, you will try to analyze that how well is your algorithm performing on a given set of data. Clear? Now, let's look at this. With respect to statistics, what are the things on which you need to focus? The concept of mean, median, standard deviation, based on the standard deviation, the concept of identifying the outliers, it should be known. When we talk about probability, so see, probability and statistics will work together. It's not so that statistics will work alone and probability will work alone. So probability, the concepts of probability will be applied on the data which you gather from the statistics. So what should be known in the context of probability? The distribution function, joint probability and conditional probability, right? Different rules of probability should be known. Sum rule, product rule, Bayes condition, right? All those should be known. Independence, that when do we say that the events are dependent? When do we say that events are independent? Random and continuous variables, they should also be known. Okay. This is the linear algebra. Just like I told you that linear transformation, that if you want to transfer or if you want to reduce the number of variables so that the equation will become easy, or the learning, the concept of learning remains same, the chances of error remain same, but still the time taken will be less, because time is also an important aspect, that how well your algorithm is learning, it is also very important. Then the notations, matrix multiplication, vector, see, using matrices, you can also represent the vectors, right? So that's the idea. And please try to understand, when I say multiple variables or multiple independent variables, then they will eventually define a function of multiple variables, right? So in that particular concept, the concept of calculus will be used. When there are multiple variables, you need to understand that how the outcome will vary with the variation of individual variable, right? So there are functions with multiple variable, so that should be understood. So how do we perform the integration on differentiation of a function with multiple variables? So if there are multiple variables, then you need to understand the concept of partial derivation. Then what is gradient or slope? So gradient or slope is nothing but the same idea, that partial derivation will eventually define that how do you get the gradient or slope of a particular function. So the idea of the slope is that you would like to minimize the slope, so that the value should be minimum, right? So the slope must be 0. Slope must be 0. I just told you that d by dx should be equals to 0. So d by dx of a function fx gives you the slope at that particular point x. So it should be 0. When the slope is 0, your error will be minimized. Getting the idea? So all these functions are correlated. All this concept of mathematics is related with each other, right? It's okay. Now, from the programming languages point of view, the programming languages which are generally used with the machine learning concept are Python and R language. Clear? So you don't need the R language from the gate point of view. Python will be more than sufficient. Now that's okay. So you have said enough about the prerequisite. Now what about gate? That how do we prepare the machine learning from the gate point of view? So guys, this concept is damn easy. See, machine learning may be a very difficult subject when it is about implementing the algorithms, and when it is about actually implementing an algorithm which can learn. But what you need to learn from the gate point of view is the different concepts based on which a new algorithm will be defined. Clear? Or the new learning mechanisms will be defined. So if you are interested in learning the machine learning from the gate point of view, then only two things are required. Very basic things. One is you must be open to learn, because there will be many things with which you guys are not familiar, right? So if any such thing comes into the picture and it is required to understand a particular concept, then you must be open to learn the new things. Don't restrict yourself by the things which are already known to you. So you are anyway trying to learn a new thing, but don't think that this machine learning course or the concept of machine learning will require the concepts which are already known to you and you will only apply them, right? So there will be many things which are new from the machine learning point of view and you must be open to learn them. Apart from that, given a problem, you should be ready to solve that problem. You should have a problem solving skill that given a problem, you must be thinking, right? If you are not thinking, then it will become very difficult for you to understand the machine learning subject. It's very obvious. You want the algorithm to think. So you must be thinking more heavily because you eventually need to think so that you can implement an algorithm which can think, right? So that's the idea. So I mean, things are very obvious in this particular case that problem solving skill should be very good. That given a problem, you must try to identify the solution of that particular problem, right? So given said that, so only two things which are required to learn the machine learning subject from the GATE point of view are these two. Even if you don't know anything, I know you know some basic concepts which are required to learn the machine learning subject. You all know the equation of straight line. You all know the concept of differentiation. You all know the concept of partial differentiation. You all know the concept of integration. You all know the basic probability. You guys are computer science students, so you all know the concept of Bayes theorem, right? So those are all the things which will be required to learn the subject machine learning, right? So there is no rocket science. It's simple. It will be a little heavy on the mathematical side. So generally, from a computer science student, we expect that they will be good in coding. Does not matter whether they are good in mathematics or not. But when it comes to machine learning, we will also have to assume that you guys are good in mathematics because various the applied mathematics will be used very heavily while trying to learn this machine learning subject. Okay, so sir, how do we start learning? How do we start learning? From 23rd of September, that is from day after tomorrow, I am starting a course on machine learning. This is a free course on YouTube. So in the very first session, I'll eventually introduce you to different machine learning algorithms. That what do I mean by regression? What are the different types of learning algorithms? Supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforced learning. Then we will try to understand that what do I mean by supervised learning and what are the different algorithms which are generally used. See, please try to understand. You are not trying to implement an algorithm. You just need to study the existing algorithms. Therefore, it becomes very simple from the GATE point of view. I'm not asking you to implement an algorithm which will learn. I'm just asking you to learn that how this particular algorithm is learning. Clear? So that's the idea. Given a problem, you may not get the solution of that particular problem. But given a problem and solution of that particular problem, are you able to understand that solution? That's what is required from the GATE point of view. So it's damn easy from the GATE. I mean, it's tough. Obviously, it's not that easy. But yes, if you are thinking that machine learning will be too difficult, then no. You just need the basic concepts of mathematics and machine learning will be very easy, right? And I'm not talking about the very difficult basic concepts of mathematics. I'm just talking about the basic concepts of mathematics which you have learned somewhere in the 11th or 12th class mathematics, not more than that. So certain things will be new that I'll explain if required, but otherwise everything will be known to you. So then we'll start from this particular session, then we'll see what do I mean by linear simple linear regression. What do I mean by multiple linear regression? What is region lasso regression? Then we will see what is the classification. So it may look regression, but it is actually a classification, that logistic regression, but eventually it tries to classify the output. So we will eventually see all these different algorithms one by one. So this eventually, you can actually see that this is nothing but at least 30 to 40% part of your machine learning syllabus. Not the actual machine learning syllabus, but the syllabus which is defined for GATE exam. So we are starting from 23rd of September. There will be 2 sessions. One will be a generic session. If you are preparing for GATE exam, then you should also know that what are the different types of mock tests and what is the objective of the different mock tests. Why should we give the topic wise mock test? Why should we appear for the subject wise mock test? Why should we appear for the full length mock test? What should be the learning from those mock tests, and how many mock tests of a particular type are required? So that all I'll explain, that how many and why they are required. Okay, so that's okay. So this is just a general introduction to let you know that we are coming up with a series for machine learning subject for DA paper, right? So stay tuned, subscribe for the channel, press the bell icon so that if there is any class related to machine learning, then you will get the notification and you will be able to attend it. Now, all the information related to this machine learning course will be shared on this particular Telegram group. So do join this group so that I'll be able to share the questions related to machine learning, the PDFs of the session which I am taking. All those will be available at this particular Telegram group. So you can join this group so that you will get the information as and when required. So that will be all for this particular session. If you like the video, then press the like button. If you are new to the channel, so very much important, if you are new to the channel and if you want to learn the course of machine learning, then subscribe for the channel and press the bell icon so that you are tuned with the course. So that will be all. Thank you very much. See you on 23rd of September with the very first session of machine learning. Till then, buckle up, prepare yourself and get ready. Thank you very much.